I'm John Njaku. I'm the founder of Kwelia. I'm here in front of you guys today because landlords don't have the right tools. We have an open round of funding at $300,000 so that we can give these guys the right tools they need with Kwelia, where we're revolutionizing the way landlords and property managers optimize their businesses. I became intimately familiar with the struggles of being a landlord because I've worked for some of the largest in the country. I've even been a landlord myself. Trust me, it's not easy. Landlords spend the majority of their time operating their businesses. You know, things like dealing with investors, finding that next new deal, right down to dealing with angry tenants or even finding new tenants. Because they don't have the right tools, they don't spend enough time optimizing their businesses. So what this means is that the difficult questions such as, what is the optimal amount of time for me to make this lease in order for me to maximize my profitability, right down to the more basic questions like, how much rent should I charge for this unit, get answered by doing whatever you did last year, relying on that favorite yet potentially biased broker friend of yours, or worse yet, guessing. At the end of the day, billions of dollars are left on the table. This is the pain in the market. We created Kwelia in order to alleviate this pain by delivering simple tools to landlords and property managers to help them optimize their businesses. Kwelia is a next-generation revenue management and market data platform. We sit at the intersection between big data, real estate, and quantitative analysis so that we can deliver groundbreaking intelligence in real time. So let me explain a little bit more about these three core components that comprise our business. So unlike for sale real estate that publicly records all closed transactions and just generally have more widely available data, this is not the case with rental markets. As a matter of fact, that statement right there explains why rental market intelligence is so difficult to come by. So what we're doing is that through our partnerships and through our cutting-edge technology that allows us to constantly crawl the internet, we're creating these large and never-before-seen data sets on rental markets. We've already collected hundreds of thousands of observations for our databases in Philadelphia and New York. Here's a geospatial representation in heat map form of our collection efforts in Manhattan. But next is where all the magic happens. To these data sets, we're applying sophisticated techniques such as hedonic regressions and other forms of multivariate analysis in order to derive these valuable algorithms that lead to portfolio optimization. So for example, we're able to deliver dynamic pricing by quantifying each individual attribute that is significant to a rental unit's value. Finally, we bring all this together under the vast umbrella of real estate as we're able to intelligently apply these analytics. So let me show you guys what this looks like. A landlord logs in through his portfolio dashboard screen that's customized for his usage. Here we give them leasing alerts and other key metrics such as occupancy percentages and also up-to-the-minute valuation data. From this page, the landlord can get more granular. The landlord can search individual buildings within his portfolio and get right down to specific units. So this is the unit screen. This screen has a full platter of information that ranges from structural information on the unit, floor plans, layouts, pictures, right down to the important stuff like leasing and pricing. Here we interweave our cutting-edge analytics as we're able to recommend key leasing terms as well as key pricing for the unit. We also weave in a stream of market comps of like-kind units so the landlord always has his eyes on the competition. Speaking of markets though, our market for Kwelia is huge. There are 40 million rental units in the United States. This is according to the 2010 census, and this represents 35% of all occupied housing units in the country. But despite the magnitude of this number, only 15% of all rental units are optimized using some sort of software. Now contrast this with other industries like airlines and hotels and rental cars, where nearly 100% of the industry uses optimization software as a regular business practice. So in order to find out why this penetration is so thin, and also to find out what landlords really want, we've spent the bulk of our time here at DreamIt Ventures talking to dozens and dozens of landlords. What they've told us is that there's a growing frustration among the current offering. The current offering is so clunky, it's too difficult to use, and it's very, very expensive. All they've been seeking is revenue management that is simple to implement, revenue management that speaks directly to the actual person that's doing the pricing, and revenue management that's actually affordable. This is Kwelia. Kwelia's clean interface, as you just saw, our affordability and our accessibility, given that we're in the cloud, is exactly what landlords and property managers want. We've recently launched a pilot program among 5 evangelical landlords that will become our first subscription customers. These landlords have a national portfolio in the aggregate of 50,000 units. Among this group is Philadelphia's own Allen Dom Real Estate. We're also working with the Gallman Group, which has portfolio holdings in Pennsylvania and Delaware. Additionally, we're working with a national owner-operator with about 10,000 units all around the country. We're also working with one of the nation's leading student housing companies with 35,000 beds all around the country. We've assembled the best and brightest teams of these core components that comprise our business. That's me. I'm the real estate guy. I did my JD at Stanford Law School, and I also have a Master of Science in Real Estate Development from Columbia University. Our big data guy is Greg. After finishing up at Cornell, Greg has spent the past 3 years as an engineer at an enterprise software company focused on the consumer packaged goods industry. Greg is no stranger to the creation, manipulation, and continuous management of these large data sets. Last, but definitely not least, is our quant, Chris. Chris did his undergraduate work in economics at Utah State University, and he also did a Master of Science in Finance and Economics from the University of East Anglia. Now, it was while he was at the University of East Anglia that he wrote a dissertation suggesting an alternative approach to airline ticket pricing. It's on this alternative approach that Kwelia's models are based. Listen, we're just getting started here with Kwelia. Our offering is directly applicable to other real estate product types, such as self-storages and commercial offices. We're just going to start with apartments. So again, we have an open round of funding at $300,000. We have an amazing product, we have a huge opportunity, and we've put together a stellar team. Let's partner as we revolutionize the way landlords and property managers optimize their businesses. Thank you, guys.